It's DeRozan. DeRozan, pump fake for the win. Got it again! Woo! Fake for the win. Got it again! Pump fake for the win. Got it again!
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking former Spurs DeMar DeRozan, man. And if you're an NBA fan like myself, I watch more than just Spurs, and I gotta tell you, man, I'm happy for this dude. He has been on a tear, clutch personified in the last few games, man. Really all year he's been hitting big shots, but 2 buzzer beaters within 24 hours, that's big time right there, and I'm happy for my dude. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, Spurs Nation, if you're a fan of the channel, you know that I had so many videos over DeMar DeRozan, so many videos contemplating whether the Spurs should re-sign him, whether he was a max player, whether, you know, the Spurs should let him walk, or what they were going to do, you know. And I went back and forth on the channel about this. You know, I couldn't really make a decision because I knew that he was gifted offensively and that he had the potential to be big time, even more so in this league. He just needed some pieces around him. And if you see him playing with the Chicago Bulls, man, that is clear and evident that he has found, you know, that mixture of talent, you know, that person in the backcourt or on the wing that can help him be him. And Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball have been doing this for this brother, and it's spectacular for his game. With the Spurs, we depended on him too much, too heavily, and we didn't produce enough help for him. Now maybe, granted, you know, an improved Murray, a healthy White, maybe would have had a different result, or maybe a similar result as they're having with the Bulls in the East, possibly, but that would never, you know, be proven. But I had to make this video 3 reasons why I'm happy for him, and that's really one of the reasons right there. The fact that he found a fit for his game, he found a fit for what he wanted to accomplish in this league. I feel like being in the Western Conference hurt DeMar DeRozan from a confidence perspective, you know, really from a notoriety perspective too, because, you know, he's getting more noticed in the Eastern Conference because in the West there's so many guards, there's so many wing players. He was getting overlooked for years, you know, like he should have been an all-star last year with the Spurs, and he got overlooked for that. So that's not gonna happen this year, man, not at all. And that point brings me into the second reason why I'm happy for him. He has returned to that all-star pedigree. He has returned to that all-star level. No longer are people questioning whether he's really an all-star. No longer are people questioning whether or not, you know, he has what it takes to be on that squad. And a lot of that does have to do with him getting out of the Western Conference, man. The Western Conference is just too jam-packed with guards and talented players, so it hurts your stock. It makes you look worse than you are. He goes to the East and he's just tearing it up. And that's, you know, partially because he has a good fit, like I said before, a good set of players around him. Also, he's matured as a player. You know, I give him credit for that, but at the same time, you know, the competition isn't as stiff in the Eastern Conference, man. It's not as, you know, it's not a huge gap like it used to be between the West and the East, obviously, but I think it's easier to operate out there, and that's why I think he went out East. And, you know, he is gonna definitely be on the All-Star team. I'm glad that he's returning to that form. I know those things are important to him. He said it's important for him to make an All-Star game, be recognized by his peers, and to be on that team. And he's headed towards that team most definitely this season. So I'm happy for this brother because of it. Okay, the last reason why I'm happy for DeMar DeRozan and his resurgence and the fact that he's having a great year is because of the way he conducted himself as a Spur, man. I don't remember or recall almost anything, negative about this guy when he was a Spur, as far as work ethic, as far as getting along with teammates, as far as keeping it classy or whatnot. You know, he was an advocate for mental health. You know, he had positive things to say about the Spurs when he chose to walk away. He did it the right way. You know, it was just no smoke, you know, when he was on the Spurs. And that left a good taste in fans' mouths. It left a good taste in my mouth about this guy, because it's like, hey, you know, he could have said some things about us. You know, he could have said, hey, we're not there yet, or our talent isn't developing, or, you know, our coaching staff isn't where it needs to be. He didn't say any of that. He didn't even allude to any of those things. And he didn't put the onus on anyone else but himself when coming up short in San Antonio. And when he made the decision to walk away, he did it in a smooth and a righteous manner, man. So because of all of that, I definitely found it easy to root for him when he became a Chicago Bull, when I saw that he was having a breakout year. And now that I see him hitting buzzer beaters and doing really well, it's very easy to root for this guy, because he wasn't put in the best and ideal situation. You know, not a fair situation, because he was with Toronto. They had a solid core. They used to go deep in the playoffs, and they ran into LeBron a lot and lost to LeBron. That's just something you can't necessarily control. You got one of the top 2 players ever, you know, really. And he couldn't get over the hump with them. He was lied to in Toronto, got traded for Kawhi Leonard, you know, basically a rental. And that was just hard for him to fill that Kawhi void on our squad, you know, and it was unfair for us to ask him to do that. I think as fans and even the coaching staff, we were a little arrogant and thought maybe we can plug DeRozan in and still do work. And that was not the case, you know. Kawhi was that two-way player that just brought too much to the game, you know, superstar level talent to the game, where DeRozan was kind of like on that all-star, you know, mentality, that all-star level, where he was a good piece. Like, he's a good piece, not necessarily the guy. So it was unfair to him, but yeah, he came to play. He improved his passing, he improved his game. He did a darn good job on the Spurs. So I'm happy for you, brother, for being on the Bulls now, for doing your thing. You know, I hope it translates to the playoffs. That, you know, that's what you hear now. People are saying, well, he's doing this in the regular season, he's not gonna do it in the playoffs. People are already hating on this man, but I'm not hating on him. I'm gonna root for him, man. Shout out to him. I hope he and the Bulls do well this season, man. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I understand this isn't exactly Spurs related, but I just wanted to voice my opinion on this. So let me know in the comment section, do you still keep up with DeRozan? Should we have kept DeRozan? Did we do right, you know, letting him go? I mean, in my opinion, I think everybody did the right thing. You know, the Spurs did what was best for them. DeRozan did what was best for himself. And it's going to work out for both sides. I think eventually it's going to work out. All right, guys, thank you for kicking it with me, and I will catch you in the comments. Peace.